Hi, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today's guest, Marshelle Woodland, and we'll be talking about bullying today on The Bernie Hayes Show. Hello, welcome back. As I promised you, my guest is Marshelle Woodland. Marshelle, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to be talking about bullying.
Yes.
What do you want us to know about bullying?
Well, bullying is a big issue here in America, and the way people handle it today, it causes a lot of mental illness. And I want to focus on showing people how bullying affects you mentally and can stay with you for life.
Okay.
It has done that for me because I have experienced bullying in the workplace.
I understand that you're making a movie about bullying and so forth, and tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm raising funds for the movie, and it's called Certified. And it will show the lives of postal workers and what it's like to actually work for the post office.
Okay.
Okay? And most people look at postal workers as crazy, so I push the word crazy because most people say crazy when they see something crazy or somebody says something crazy, or they see people in the street that have mental illness and they say, he must be crazy. So that's why I'm using the word crazy associated with the title, but the title is called Certified.
Certified, okay. I also understand that you have a DVD or something called Going Postal. What's that about?
Well, I have a documentary. I actually have it in two versions. I have a short film version of it on YouTube, as well as an audio version of it on YouTube, titled The Day I Almost Went Postal.
Okay, so if they went to YouTube to visit your, to see the film, what would they type in, just YouTube, and what would they put into?
They can actually type in my name, Marshelle Woodland, or the title, The Day I Almost Went Postal.
The Day I Almost Went Postal.
Yes.
Okay, and how spell your name for us, please?
M-A-R-S-H-E-L-L-E-W-O-O-D. I'm sorry, I'm actually giving you my I was actually giving you my email address, so I apologize. W-O-O-D-L-A-N-D, Woodland.
Marshelle
Woodland.
There, yes. Marcelle's a very unique name.
Yes, thank you.
Let's look at a short clip of what are we going to see here.
You will see a little clip from the documentary where the opening is talking about, the different scenarios of being bullied. And
being bullied. And the post office.
At the Postal Service.
Okay.
But it talks about any job.
Okay. Now let's see this clip, Almost Went Postal.
The phrase, going postal, is a popular term used to describe any situation where someone being mistreated on the job, any job, is pushed to their breaking point, resulting in homicide. Which is a scarier thought? The fact that you could go to work tomorrow and lose your life from a coworker going postal, or the fact that it happens so often there's actually a term for it. One of the most common causes of these stressful situations is workplace bullying, the bully boss.
The Day I Almost Went Postal, that's a clip from Marshelle Woodland's documentary. Marshelle, you focus on the post office there, but you say that can happen in any workplace you talk about, right?
Exactly. What happened in my situation, and the reason why I came up with the title, I pondered on the title for a while because I wanted to use humor to get you to get the message. Okay. So when I tell people the title, the first thing they do is laugh. And I'll say, now you're thinking, right? So they think about it, and when they check it out, they get back with me and they say, this was an amazing piece because I can relate to that. So this story, almost every person can relate to it.
Okay. So you worked for the post office one time, and did you experience any of these situations?
Yes, I worked there for about 15 years, a little over 15 years, almost 16 years, and I developed carpal tunnel syndrome.
Okay.
And it took me a while to get my condition accepted, and once I did get it accepted, I had surgery, and I was in a position to get the back pay, and that back pay would help me get all of my finances in order.
Sure.
So I had an issue with a supervisor. I was on the phone one day talking to an injury comp specialist, and I told her who I was talking to, and she approached me with an ink pen in her hand saying, I don't care if you're talking to a postal inspector, get off the phone. And this was my assigned duty, so I didn't see anything wrong with it, even though I was talking to another postal employee.
Sure.
So,
On the phone?
On the phone,
Sure.
exactly. So she walked away, I was in tears, I got off the phone, I went and sat down, and then she approached me the second time about 5 or 6 minutes later, standing over me with the ink pen in my hand. I was wearing contact lenses at the time. And she said, you better not touch that phone again, or I'm gonna. And I was like, well, I'm off the phone, why are you in my face? So she got closer to my face, and you better not touch that phone, I'm gonna, and then she stuck me in the eye.
Stuck you in the eye with the pen.
Stuck me in the eye with the ink pen. And what she did next shocked me, because it was kind of like, I couldn't believe this was happening.
Sure.
I had never had any problems of this magnitude before. Matter of fact, I had never filed any type of grievance against her or anyone else, and I had never gotten written up for anything, any subordinations or anything.
So your record was clean.
My
Good-
record
good-
was
good
really,
record, good
really
record.
good, clean record.
Sure.
And when I knocked the pen out of her hand, she ran through the building yelling and screaming as if I beat her down or something, saying, somebody call a post inspector. She hit me, she hit me. So automatically I was like, you know, I didn't hit you, I just knocked the pen out of your hand. So I'm thinking.
As a defensive measure.
Exactly.
Sure,
And
okay.
I'm thinking she was trying to set me up because I didn't respond in the way that she thought I would, because I'm not a violent person. And I've always been the person that make people laugh at work and stuff like that. So she ran off toward the office, yelling and screaming, call the post inspector. Somebody called the post inspector, she hit me. And when I realized it's her word against mine, through all the stress that I had gone through to prove my condition, everything that was happening, I couldn't handle it.
Okay.
I ran into the ladies' room crying, and I took all the pain pills that I was taking for my hand.
So you're depressed.
I was very depressed.
So were you surprised that of your reaction from the bullying, the depression that came on from being bullied?
Well, I was mainly surprised because I had been a loyal employee, and I never had any issues with them. I mean, I've seen things happen, you know, that would indicate bullying or harassment or intimidation and
Sure.
things of that nature. But now it was my turn. Now I was faced with it.
Yeah.
So when you're faced with it, it's like, okay, now you recognize everybody else's situation that have endured some type of bullying.
And why did you choose bullying for the subject matter for your documentary and for your website and for your mission in life?
Mainly because this was a job that was very dear to me, and I had a hard time losing that.
You were dismissed.
I was forced out. I was
Okay.
forced out. They said that I was a disgruntled employee.
Disgruntled. Well, I
Right.
imagine you were disgruntled because this pen stuck in your eye.
Yeah, and everything that came after that, because when I returned to work the week later, after spending some time in psych and all of that, when I returned to work that next week, she wasn't there the very first day. So when I returned to work, all of my coworkers rallied around me saying, you know, things like, why would you do that? We hope you get fired. And, you know, some people were a bit more aggressive, so they were
Sure.
saying things like, why you didn't just punch her in the face, you know, stuff like that. And the next day, she returned to work, walked in the building, saying good morning to everyone as if nothing had happened. And I was called to the office, and they told me that I was keeping all of the other employees from working, and told me that I had to spend the rest of my light duty status in the front office. Now, I had a cast on this hand that day it happened.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back. I want to finish that story in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to tell you about, we're here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. And a lot of people here are victims of bullying also. But also there's so many homeless people here and so many people in need of help and your support. There's so many people that are homeless that come to the New Life Evangelistic Center and receive the shelter. But you know, we receive no federal funds, we receive no state funds, nothing. Every dollar that comes into the New Life Evangelistic Center are contributions and donations from you. We're at 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis, Missouri. Post Office Box 473, 63166 is our number, and we need your help and support. We'll be back with Marshelle Woodland after this. Welcome back. My guest is Marshelle Woodland. Today we're talking about bullying. Ms. Woodland, as a result of you being bullied, what impact did it have on your life? I understand that you went into deep depression and so forth.
Yes,
and did you lose your job?
Well, like I said, they forced me out, and I had to learn how to deal with a less of an income. And I was forced into disability. I received that for a while, and then that ended. So.
And you have children?
I have children. I have 9 children, actually.
Okay.
And they're all doing an amazing job. They're all on the right path. I have one's a college graduate. A lot of people know him around St. Louis. He's a local artist. You can find Stanford Chisholm. You can find his artwork in the City Museum.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
And I have 2 children in college. I have an older daughter who's a Army vet. She was a medic in the Army. And the other children are in high school and middle school, and then I have a 4-year-old.
So, as a result of you being bullied and forced out of a job, I also understand that it had a devastating impact on you. You lost your house or a home or something,
Right.
and you're presently actually considered homeless, more or less.
Yes, I am right now. A house that I had put so much work into it, but because of the long fight, I had to fight on my own. It took
How
me
long did it take?
About 5 years.
Wow, wow.
And because of situations like government organizations or large corporations, you can't find an attorney that will take on those type of fights because it's very costly.
And lengthy too, right?
And lengthy,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I had to fight on my own, and I had to make a decision to settle because it was taking a huge toll on my mental state as well as my children. And as a result of that, I ended up homeless myself.
Bullying itself. Do people who bully realize that they are bullies, and victims of bullying could be devastating, can it not?
Yes, it could. Most bullies don't even realize they're being bullies. They have to be made aware that they're bullying. And in most cases, it results from violence, you know? And it's sad to say, but most bullies, they don't think they're doing wrong.
Okay, and you're trying to cope with this through comedy, I understand, and also through a documentary and a movie coming out. Tell us all about those scenarios.
Well, you saw a part of the clip from the documentary.
Documentary, yes.
We are also writing my version of the story as a stage play. So I'm working with one writer, working on the stage play.
Who's the writer?
There's a young man by the name of Albert Rose.
Albert Rose.
Actually,
okay.
he's a English student.
Okay.
And then there's another young comedian here in St. Louis named Stefan Hightower. He's helping me write the movie script. So the movie is going to be a comedy, and the stage play is going to be more inspirational, inspiring.
Okay.
It'll show what I actually went through from a legal standpoint.
Dealing with bullying. And you think this will reach our audience in their hearts? Do you think they'll understand what bullying is and perhaps make them better? Or what's the purpose of you doing all this?
I'm doing it in various ways because I want the message to get out in just that various ways. Because some people may want to see a comedy in that version, or somebody may like the theater, so they may like the stage play. And the documentary, we're planning on entering it in our St. Louis Black Film Festival, if they accept it. We haven't submitted the application yet.
Okay. I understand if you need help, how can one reach you and
well,
even assist you?
If they'd like to support what I'm doing, my projects, either one of my projects, you can reach me at MarchelleWoody@yahoo.com is my email address. That's
Okay, you say it a little bit slower so people can write it down.
Okay, that's
Okay.
WOODY @yahoo.com.
Okay.
And my phone number is 314-243-6034.
Okay. We also have a very dear friend, Bob Lawrence, who's a comedian. Why did you choose? Why do you think comedy will reach the people as opposed to perhaps just straight drama?
Because comedy, one thing about comedy, when you're laughing, you forget about your problems, you know, you get a chance to let go, you know, be free. But with a message related to comedy, you laugh, but you think.
Okay.
And it'll stay with you. It's kind of like a scene from a movie, maybe one of your favorite movies or something. You always remember that, you know?
Before you were bullied, had you been bullied before? I mean, not perhaps to this extent, but had you been a victim of bullying before?
Well, I hadn't been a victim of bullying of that magnitude. But as a kid, you know, I was bullied. And that's why I actually started doing comedy.
Really?
I used it as a defense mechanism to get a bully off of me. So I always wore glasses, and my glasses were really thick as a kid. So I would poke fun at myself. And I used that to get the bully off of me. So if his attention was bullying me to get, you know, all the kids to, you know, laugh at him or whatever, I would do it to myself. And then everybody started laughing with me and befriended me and then, you know, pushed the bullies aside.
Are you a stand-up comedian?
Yes, I am. I am a stand-up comedian myself.
Okay, do you perform? If people wanted to invite you to perform for them, would they contact you, or do you do it still?
Well, I still do it, and I'm actually a prop comic.
Okay.
And I use my creative thoughts and create, you know, little props to enhance the joke. And I'm not doing too much stand-up right now because I'm more focused on these projects.
Sure.
And I'm also working on a comedy festival for St. Louis. I've been working on it about 3 years now, trying to get it off the ground. I've tried a few times, fell on my face, got back up.
Well, that's one way to do it, right?
Exactly. So I'm working with other promoters across the U.S. I'm hoping to bring all 50 states together, where each state is having their own competition, and then the finalists come to St. Louis to compete.
I understand that your faith is very sustaining for you.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about that.
Well, I believe that God is going to guide you in all the right directions to accomplish your missions.
Okay.
And I know when you start to chase your dream, like I started chasing my dream as a comedian and wanting to make people laugh, it's leading me right to my purpose.
Okay.
And I want to use what I know to help people, because I plan to donate a large portions of the proceeds from each one of my projects back to the community.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you had not had the extent that you had in this bullying process, do you think you'd still be doing something to combat bullying? Or
Oh, yes.
You would?
Oh, yes. I know I would definitely be doing anything to make an impact in our community, because community is everything to me. I love my community. You know, I hate driving down the street and seeing people homeless and on the street and knowing that I can relate to them.
Sure.
You know, and spending some time, you know, in the psych ward, it made me appreciate mental illness a little bit more.
Bullies themselves, how describe a bully?
A bully
There are
can be-
different levels, right?
Well,
Different
there's
degrees.
different scenarios of bullying.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
when you think about a bully, you think about somebody pushing somebody down or something like that. But think about the mental bullies. You know, you have those that will play on your mind,
Right in your psyche.
in your psyche, exactly. You have those that are in the community, you know, like gangs and things of that nature. And you have even bullying in the church, you know.
That's somebody being aggressive toward you or downing you some more or less, or putting you down more or
Oh,
less?
yeah.
Okay. Marshelle, I'm glad that you came and discussed this with us, and you're not ashamed to talk about your homelessness, actually, and the way you got to this point. And I sincerely hope that this project will be successful for you. And I know that you'll keep going because you have that initiative, you have that
I have the
tenacity.
drive.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're talking about bullying, but we're here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, and a lot of people who are housed here are victims of bullying too. We need your help and we need your support. You know, there are people in very close proximity to the New Life Evangelistic Center that would like to see the New Life Evangelistic Center lose its license to house the homeless. And so it's a big lawsuit going on right now, and the money is unbelievably high. And we need your help and support just to keep the New Life Evangelistic Center able to house homeless people. You can do that through Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri 63166. And you can do it online. It takes less than 2 minutes through newlifeevangelicalcenter.org. That's newlifeevangelicalcenter.org. And MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover Card, less than 2 minutes. And we need your help. We need your support. We need to stay here. We need to help the homeless, and we need to help you. I'm Bernie Hayes, back with Marshelle Woodland after this. Once again, that's Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri 63166. My guest is Marshelle Woodland. Ms. Woodland, the documentary that you're working on and the projects that you're working on, do you think it's going to make the world better? Do you think that people will accept those who are bullies, will recognize themselves as bullies, and then perhaps those who are bullies will get some information or some way to stop the bullying?
Well, it will definitely make people think.
Mm-hmm.
Each project will reach a person at the rate it's supposed to.
Okay.
Like I said, if it takes humor to make you think, I mean, I've watched some movies in the past, comedy movies, and saw a scene in the movie, and it's like, you know what, it made me think. It made me maybe want to, talk to my children in a different way, So definitely, I believe it will.
How can they reach you?
You can reach me again at 314-243-6034. Again, that's 314-243-6034, or by my email address at marshellwoody@yahoo.com. That's MarshellWoody@yahoo.com.
Okay.
And you can visit my website as well.
Yeah, the website is there on the screen, which is a very, very long website.
I know.
You focus on the post office. Is there a lot of bullying in the post office? I know there are some different branches, and we can't group everybody as a whole, but is there a lot of bullying in the post office?
Well, there's so much bullying in the post office. That's where the term going postal comes from, because back in like the late 80s and 90s, early 90s,
Sure.
there was so much violence. It was taking toll on so many people, where people just grasped the word and just used it anywhere, even if there's just a simple argument. Oh, you're about to go postal on me. So people will laugh when they hear the term, but it will make you think when you see it on the news.
So it's a very serious term.
Exactly.
What do you hope will happen after the movie is released and the video, they can watch the video? Once again, how can they get this watch the YouTube video?
You can watch the YouTube video either by looking up my name, Marshelle Woodland, or simply searching under the title, The Day I Almost Went Postal.
Okay, that's on YouTube.
That's the documentary version.
Okay, now, after all this is presented, what do you hope will be the final outcome?
What I hope the final outcome would be is that people get it. They understand how serious this is, and they need to not be afraid to step up and talk, because most people will not talk when they know that they may end up being a target. So that if they are a target, it could mean their jobs, their lives being turned upside down.
But also husbands bully wives, wives bully husbands, and children. I guess it's very pervasive in the younger generation, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you have children that will bully adults. Matter of fact, one of the scenes in the movie that I'm writing, I have actually my 4-year-old's playing in the trailer of the movie, and she's bullying a mailman. Wow. Yeah.
So everybody bullies somebody.
Exactly.
It's not limited to adults. It's not limited to husband and wives. Not limited to the postal services, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I just wanted to say thank you. How can we assist you in getting the movie to the film festival, Black Film Festival? Anyway, just give you a call.
Yeah, you can give me a call. Phone number is 314-243-6034. Again, that's 314-243-6034. Any help is appreciated.
Of course. And I just want to thank you for coming by and spending this time with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I want to thank each and every one of you for visiting with us, too. You know, there's always something clean on your TV when you have Channel 24 on KNLC TV, and with 436-2424. And also, we still need your help. We need your support. We need to stay here. We need everything that you can give, and everything is tax deductible. MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover Card can be donated through New Life evangelicalcenter.org. That's www.newlifeevangelicalcenter.org. Or you may come down at 1411 Locust Street with your donations or any other perishable, non-perishable items that you can donate. I'm Bernie Hayes. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.